This week on Hot Off the Press, a questionable bus campaign, renewable resources, and a Barbie from the future. Those stories and more, so stay tuned. Welcome to Hot Off the Press. I'm your host, Alyssa Biederman. First up, we all know that the world is in the middle of a technological revolution. Things that people could only have dreamed to exist 10 years ago are being invented. Cars that parallel park themselves, portable touchscreen computers, and one of my favorites, the 3D printer, have emerged in the past few years. When we were younger, playing with a neon slinky or a brand new coloring book was the bomb.com. But in a technological world comes technologically savvy kids. Mattel is introducing a new doll that can carry a conversation with you. Hello Barbie, as it's been named, is pre-programmed with tons of responses to thousands of questions. This Barbie even remembers your responses and uses them for later conversation. Let's check out a quick clip of this amazing new toy in action. Wow. Okay.
Well, you told me you like being on stage, so maybe a dancer? Or a politician? Or how about a dancing politician? I always say, anything is possible.
Well, that left me feeling very year 3000. She's also Wi-Fi enabled so that her responses can be updated anytime a new trend or new lingo appears. I don't know if this is creepy or cool, but I can definitely say that I would have wanted one as a kid. I kind of want one now. Well, speaking of the future, in global news, Costa Rica is the first country in the world to use 100% renewable resources to power electric for the entire nation. Today marks day 80 of abstinence from fossil fuels. Other countries around the globe are following in Costa Rica's footsteps and going green as well. Or greener than they were at least. Denmark set the record last year for the use of wind power by supplying more than 39% of their electricity needs with renewable wind energy. Scotland is also hopping on the renewables train and says that their power should be 100% provided for by wind and sun energy by the year 2030. The United States has failed to make many global headlines for the use of renewable power resources, and only about 13% of the electricity used by the US is created by using renewable sources. Now on today's word of the day. Today's word of the day is malapropism. I know I remember this word from Miss Mayer's English class when we read Romeo and Juliet. A malapropism is defined as an act or habit of misusing words in a ridiculous fashion, especially by the confusion of words that sound similar. Fun fact about this word of the day, it was actually originated by a 1775 book called The Rivals. In the story, there was a character who always misused her words, and her name was Mrs. Malaprop. When you come across a malapropism in literature, it can sometimes be Confucius to understand, so remember to keep a lie out. In national news, something close to home is making big waves when it comes to the right to free speech. The Philadelphia Public Transportation Company, SEPTA, is being forced to put anti-Jewish and anti-Muslim ads on the sides of their buses. It features a photograph of Hitler shaking hands with Haj Amin al-Husseini, a Muslim leader. This ad was paid for by the American Freedom Defense Fund, an organization whose website claims that their commitment is to deliver the message of real change. Their official website fails to put the current ad under their initiatives tab. In response to the ad, SEPTA made a public announcement that the views of the ad are not the views of SEPTA, and also wrote a guideline for what future ads can and cannot run on their public buses. This policy prohibits any political or public issue ads and will hopefully prevent more controversial ads from appearing on SEPTA transportation. So, what do you think? The First Amendment is definitely important, but does it sometimes go too far? Let us know your opinions, comments, or concerns about this story by tagging @HOTP2s in your next tweet. And that's all she wrote. Follow us on Twitter for more about Hello Barbie, renewable energy, and what you can do to help the US. For Hot Off the Press, I'm Alyssa Biederman. See you next week.